Hello and welcome to the State of Nevada's Workers' Compensation Section training on the C-4 form. This training is geared toward healthcare providers and their responsibilities on the C-4 form process. However, injured workers, third-party administrators, insurance companies, legal representatives, and other interested individuals will also benefit learning from this training. Let's begin. What is a C-4 form? The C-4 form, or Employee's Claim for Compensation, or Report of Initial Treatment form, is a state form used to initiate a workers' compensation claim. The C-4 form is provided by the medical provider to the injured worker. The form is completed when initial medical treatment is provided to an injured worker, either as an emergency or sometime after the injury. The C-4 form is only filled out once per injury occurrence. If the injury is an emergency and medical treatment is sought on the same day, a C-4 form should be completed as soon as is practical. If the injury does not require immediate medical attention, the injured worker has 90 days from the date of injury to seek medical treatment and fill out the C-4 form. When medical treatment is provided, someone is responsible for payment. The C-4 Claim for Compensation form initiates this process, and an official workers' comp claim is officially filed with the Workers' Compensation Insurance Company. If the claim is accepted, the insurer will be responsible for all medical expenses related to the injury. Once a C-4 form is completed by the injured worker and signed by the treating physician per NRS 616C.040, the healthcare provider has 3 working days to submit the C-4 form to the appropriate insurer or third-party administrator, also referred to as the TPA. Per NRS 616C.065, the insurer or TPA has 30 days from the date of the receipt of the C-4 form to make a determination to accept or deny the claim. The C-4 form is a time-sensitive document that needs to be processed in a timely manner. It is very important for the healthcare provider to transmit the C-4 form to the correct insurer or TPA within 2 to 3 business days. If the C-4 form is sent to the wrong insurance company, it may take days, weeks, or sometimes even months to get it processed properly. This can delay the injured worker's workers' comp benefits. Sometimes the C-4 form will find its way to DIR's Workers' Compensation Section, also known as the WCS. If we can confirm that there is coverage for the reported employer, the C-4 form is sent to the correct insurer or TPA, and the work comp claim process can resume. The insurance company shall make a determination whether to accept or deny the claim within the 30 days from receipt of the C-4 form. The insurance company or third-party administrator receiving the C-4 form in error also has a responsibility to forward the C-4 form to the WCS. They have 3 days from the date of receiving the incorrect C-4 form to send it to the WCS. If the WCS is unable to find credible workers' comp coverage for the employer of the injured worker, the case may be referred to the Employer Compliance Unit for further investigation and compliance enforcement. The C-4 form is divided into 2 parts: the injured worker section and the healthcare provider section. At the time of treatment, whenever practical, the injured worker shall complete the upper portion of the form and provide the employer's information. It is the injured worker's responsibility to provide accurate information on the C-4 form. There is a portion to provide the names of the workers' comp insurance and third-party administrator. Clarify with the injured worker that this is not their health insurance company. Many injured workers make this mistake. This is why it is important for employers to inform their employees who their workers' comp insurance carrier is and the third-party administrator, if there is one, for the insurance company. Ensure the injured worker fills out the C-4 form, providing the correct first and last name, date of birth, address, and all other requested information. Provide the correct corporate name or DBA, doing business as, including address and telephone number. Provide the date, time, and location of the injury. Describe how the injury happened and which body part was injured or affected. In an emergency situation, if the injured worker is unconscious or unable to complete the form because of injury to the dominant hand, efforts must be made to complete and sign the C-4 form as soon as is practical. Finally, make sure the injured worker signs and dates the C-4 form. If the C-4 form was completed after the actual treatment date, the date signed will be the actual date the form was filled out and signed by the injured worker. The lower half of the C-4 form will be completed by the healthcare provider in its entirety. The treating physician shall indicate the diagnosis and description of injury together with the treatment employed. Questions relating to the injury being on the job or not will be asked by the treating physician. What healthcare providers can sign the C-4 form? Nevada registered medical doctors, doctors of osteopathic medicine, doctors of chiropractic medicine, advanced practice registered nurses, physician's assistants. The D2 form is the brief description of rights and benefits of the injured worker. This form must be provided by the healthcare provider to the injured employee at the time of treatment. Within 3 working days, the healthcare provider must complete and file the C-4 form with the employer and the correct insurer or TPA. Use only the form prescribed by DIR. You can download the C-4 form from the WCS website for free. Healthcare providers or insurers are not allowed to modify or edit state-mandated forms per NAC 616A.480, subsection 4. Healthcare providers must exert all efforts to find the correct insurance company. Please make sure to call the insurer or TPA prior to sending the C-4 form to the insurer or TPA. Medical clinics shall maintain a sufficient supply of the C-4 form. If you are having difficulty identifying the correct insurer or TPA, please call the WCS for assistance within the 3 working days at 702-486-9080. Once you are in contact with the WCS, provide all available information in your possession. We will try to assist you over the phone. If we are still unable to identify the correct insurer or TPA, you will be asked to send us a copy of the C-4 form. Only send the C-4 form to the WCS if directed to do so by WCS staff. The WCS fines healthcare providers for untimely or incomplete C-4 form submissions to the correct insurer or third-party administrator. Before you send the C-4 form to anyone, please make sure to ask the injured worker to provide all the information they can about their employer. If you cannot identify the correct insurer or TPA, use the Coverage Verification Service on the WCS website. Try to use other means such as the card system online, the State of Nevada list of self-insured employers, the City of Las Vegas business license website, Nevada Contractors Board, and others to find the correct insurer or TPA. If you are unable to locate the TPA through CVS, cards, or other systems, contact the employer. Document the employer's response. If you are still unable to locate coverage information after following the steps mentioned above, call WCS Las Vegas at 702-486-9080. If the WCS is unable to locate coverage over the phone, you will be given a reference number and be directed to forward a copy of the C-4 form and documentation to the Las Vegas office for further investigation. The second part of this training is on the Coverage Verification Service, or CVS. The WCS has a separate training video on the use of the Coverage Verification Service located within the training videos on the WCS website. Thank you for watching this video. Check out some more workers' compensation related training videos on our website at www.dir.nv.gov. Stay safe, Nevada.